Here are today's top stories. President Rodrigo Duterte fires at least 20 high-ranking officials and employees of the AFP's Health Service Command over alleged corruption. Massive floods and landslides caused by monsoon rains are reported in several provinces in Luzon. The Department of Tourism sets the definite reopening of Boracay on October 26. And Jordan Clarkson fails to get the nod to play for Gilas Pilipinas in the Asian Games in Indonesia. Good day, I'm William Theo. Welcome to the PNA Newsroom. President Rodrigo Duterte has fired at least 20 high-ranking officials and employees of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Health Service Command over alleged corruption. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said it was brought to the president's attention that the alleged corruption activities have been taking place at the Viluna Medical Center, according to reports from the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, PACC, and AFP Chief of Staff General Carlito Galvez. Based on the report, Roque said corruption activities include anomalous purchases of equipment and fraudulent transactions such as ghost purchases, splitting of contracts to circumvent the mandatory bidding processes, and conceiving fictitious suppliers.
President Duterte has ordered the relief and court-martial proceedings against the top military brass, which includes Brigadier General Edwin Leo Torrela Vega, Commander of the AFP Health Service Command, Colonel Antonio Punzalan, Commander of the Viluna Medical Center, Chiefs of Management and Fiscal Office, and the Logistics Office of the AFP HSC, among others. The Chief of Staff, General Carlito Galvez, has also said that he will immediately relieve General Torrela Vega and Colonel Punzalan immediately and will convene court-martial proceedings against them without prejudice to the investigation to be conducted by the Ombudsman for the military.
Malacanang urges the public to stay alert and safe during the season of inclement weather. This as rains enhanced by the southwest monsoon continue to batter parts of the country. Rom Dulfo has this story.
Malacanang urged the public to be alert and safe amid flooding in the country brought about by the southwest monsoon. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque called on Filipinos living in flooded areas to remain in evacuation centers prepared by local government units. He also assured that all concerned government agencies are coordinating to address concerns of residents affected by the rains and floods. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said as of 6 a.m. Sunday, 961 areas have experienced flooding in different regions in the country. Roque notes a total of 120 million pesos worth of assistance was provided by the Office of Civil Defense, Department of Social Welfare and Development, DOH, LGUs, NGOs, and other organizations. Roque meanwhile thanked all concerned government agencies, private sector, and volunteers for the relief assistance. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Rom Dulfo.
Nearly 400,000 persons have been reported to be affected by the enhanced monsoon rains. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council says the affected individuals were displaced by floods and other rain-related incidents. Regions 1, 3, 6, Calabarzon, Cordillera, and Metro Manila were among the areas hit by the monsoon rains. The NDRRMC Operations Center has raised its status to red alert since Sunday morning. The NDRRMC warns the public to stay vigilant and monitor emergency alerts through text, TV, radio, and social media. Meanwhile, the Office of Civil Defense says no deaths or casualties due to severe weather have been recorded over the weekend. Hundreds of passengers were left stranded due to rough sea conditions caused by the southwest monsoon. At least 638 passengers, 8 vessels, and 26 motorboats were stranded in various ports as of Sunday. The Philippine Coast Guard says the stranded passengers are in Camarines Sur, Batangas, and Quezon Province. Meanwhile, airport authorities announced the cancellation of domestic flights this morning due to continuous bad weather. Those with flights in the coming days are advised to contact their airlines. Heavy rainfall caused by the southwest monsoon is still expected in parts of Luzon. Pag-asa has raised the yellow warning level over Metro Manila, Cavite, Bulacan, Rizal, Zambales, and Bataan due to flooding. Meanwhile, light to moderate with occasional heavy rains are affecting Batangas, Laguna, Nueva Ecija, Quezon Province, Pampanga, and Tarlac. Moderate to gale force winds blowing from the southwest will prevail over Luzon, while coastal waters will be rough to very rough. Meanwhile, Pag-asa has spotted another tropical storm with international name Lipi outside the Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR. Lipi was last seen east-northeast of extreme northern Luzon. Still to come, the Department of Tourism sets the definite reopening of Boracay on October 26. The Philippine Councilors League condemns the killing of a councilor in Abra. These and more when the PNA Newsroom continues.
Ito ang Duterte on Duty. Ulat sa ginagawa ng Presidente. August 3, Biyernes, Balay-Balay, Bukidnon. Pinangunahan ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte ang inaugurasyon ng Northern Mindanao Wellness and Reintegration Center. August 4, Sabado, Zamboanga City. Nakidalamhati ang Pangulo sa pamilya ng mga nasawing sundalo at sibilyan sa isang car bombing sa Basilan noong July 31, 2018. Binisita rin ng Pangulo ang mga sugatang sundalo sa Camp Navarro General Hospital. August 6, Lunes. Malugod na tinanggap ng Pangulo sa Malacanang si Pio Malvar, isang batang may kanser sa buto. Pinarangalan naman ng Order of Sikatuna ang outgoing ambassador mula sa Israel na si Ephraim Ben Matitiao. Pinirmahan ni Pangulong Duterte ang Philippine Identification System Act na magpapabilis ng transaksyon ng mga Pilipino sa gobyerno.
Today, I also signed the Philippine Identification System Act, a measure that will establish a single national identification system that will promote good governance, enhance governmental transactions, and create a more conducive environment for trade and commerce to thrive.
Naging makasaysayan din ang pagpresenta ni Pangulong Duterte ng Bangsamoro Organic Law sa harap ng mga Moro leaders.
10 days ago, I signed into law the Organic Law for Bangsamoro Region for Muslim Mindanao, which I hope will finally end the decades of conflict that is rooted in the Bangsamoro's fight for self-determination and recognition of their unique identity.
Kinagabihan ay pinangunahan ng Chief Executive ang 28th Cabinet Meeting. August 7, Martes, Malacanang. Kinastigo ng Pangulo ang mahigit 100 pulis na tinawag niyang salot sa lipunan dahil sa mga krimen at iligal na gawain nilang kinasasangkutan.
Bakit kayo pumasok sa pulis? Anong nakain ninyo na itong pulis para lang ito sa mga taong may pagmamahal sa bayan at gusto makapagsilbi sa kapwa-tao? Doon sa may kaso, huwag na kayong mag-bail. Huwag ninyo akong sisihin. Huwag na kayo magkansa, magtiis kayo dyan sa loob. Mas safer ang Pilipinas kung nasa loob kayo. Wala kayong silbi para sa akin. Salot kayo sa lipunan.
August 8, Miyerkules, Camp Crame, Quezon City. Sa 117th Police Service Anniversary, pinuri ng Pangulo ang PNP dahil sa natangi nilang serbisyo sa bayan lalo na sa nakalipas na 2 taon. Nangako ang Chief Executive ng 25 milyong medical assistance para sa kanila. Dinalaw niya ang 2 sugatang pulis sa PNP General Hospital at pinarangalan ang mga ito ng Order of Lapu-Lapu Kampilan Medal. Ako po si Secretary Martin Andanar at ito ang Duterte on Duty. Abangan sa susunod na linggo ang mga gagawin ng Pangulo.
The Presidential Communications Operations Office.
Boracay is likely to reopen on October 26, even as rehabilitation efforts in the island resort continue. Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat says only those found compliant to Boracay environmental laws will be allowed to reopen their establishments. At least 2 months away from the reopening, only 30% out of more than 1,000 establishments in the island are compliant, Puyat said. The government closed Boracay to tourists last April 26 to fix the island's sewage system and address numerous environment-related problems. The Philippines is showcasing the latest in garments and leather goods in an expo featuring the country's local designers and manufacturers. More on this from Miguel Hill.
The country will be hosting the first Philippine Garment, Leather Goods Industries and Fabrics Expo on August 23 to 26 at the SMX Convention Center in Pasay City to showcase the opportunities in this sector in the domestic market. Trade Undersecretary Seferino Rodolfo said the expo aims to highlight the capabilities of Philippine garments and wearable exporters to produce high-quality products for global brands. It will also put in the spotlight local garments and footwear manufacturers that cater to the more than 100 million Filipino market. For the PNA Newsroom, I am Miguel Hill.
The Department of Trade and Industry does not see the need for a moratorium on increasing suggested retail prices on basic goods despite the rising inflation. Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez says rising price pressures are not driven by manufactured goods but by supply constraints and increasing world oil prices. Laban Consumer Incorporated earlier proposed to the National Price Coordinating Council a moratorium on increasing SRPs of basic necessities and prime commodities as inflation remains elevated. Lopez said that prices of most basic goods and prime commodities remain stable. He also cited the need to focus on products affected by higher world oil prices and some agricultural commodities. Lopez, meanwhile, assured the government will make sure that there will be no shortage of supplies in these products. The Philippine Councilors League, or PCL, has condemned the killing of Councilor Isagani Amboa Hoson of Lagayan Town, Abra. Hoson succumbed to 2 gunshot wounds when he was shot inside his house in Sitio Manoysa in Poblacion on August 8. Davao City Councilor Danilo Dayanghirang, PCL National Chairman, also cited the murder of Alfredo Alvarez and Zaldi Malyari of Cagayan, Ronnie Mamaklay of Sarangani, and Alexander Ali Kaway of Cebu. Dayanghirang said the deaths of Hoson and other PCL members are greatly felt by the organization. The PCL previously sought exemption from the martial law-imposed ban on carrying guns for local officials in Mindanao. He said, aside from political killings, there were also cases of robbery and those related to the businesses of the victims. Authorities found an abandoned Indonesian-marked vessel near the shoreline of Barangay Melville in the southern Palawan town of Balabac. The Naval Forces West's Littoral Monitoring System spotted the vessel ML SKPT Natuna 51 drifting towards Barangay Melvin on August 9. SKPT Natuna 51 has been reported missing from Natuna Island since July 11. Lieutenant General Rosano Brigues, commander of the Western Command, says it might have been detached from where it was anchored in the islands group in Indonesia. Coordination with the proper agencies has been made for its disposition and subsequent turnover. Up next, authorities raid a suspected drug den in a high-end bar in Makati. Jordan Clarkson will not be playing for Gilas Pilipinas in the Asian Games in Indonesia. The PNP Newsroom returns after these reminders.
Pansamantalang isasara sa publiko ang most affected area sa Marawi City matapos matuklasan ang 2 entry points ng bomba sa mga kalsadang dinadaanan mismo ng mga bumibisita rito. Sa pahayag ni Joint Task Group Builders Captain Julster Cañada sa isinagawang 6th Task Force Bangon Marawi Technical Working Group meeting nitong Agosto 1, may natagpuan ang Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team ng 500 at 260 pounder na bomba sa loob mismo ng MAA. Ayon kay Cañada, ang nasabing bomba ay natagpuan sa Maylilod Makalilay Road at sa kalsadang malapit sa Mapandi Bridge, mga pawang kalsada na dinadaanan ng mga bumibisita sa Ground Zero. Simula Agosto 5 ay pansamantala na munang isasara sa publiko ang nasabing mga kalsada para sa isinasagawang pag-recover ng mga nasabing bomba. Aabot naman sa 20 araw ang itinalagang panahon para tuluyang maalis ang nasabing bomba. Sa kasalukuyan, mahigpit na ipinagbabawal muli ang pagpasok sa MAA kabilang na ang lahat ng nais bumisita sa kanilang mga propriedad. Dagdag pa ni Cañada, mayroong 23 point of entry ng mga unexploded bombs ang natukoy ng JTF Builders, samantalang 28 iba pa ang hindi pa natagpuan sa loob rin ng MAA. Ang isang bomba lang ay may hatid na peligro hanggang 650-meter radius mula rito, paliwanag ng opisyal. Samantala, nanawagan ang JTG Builders sa mga local security group katulad ng BPAT na maging mapagmatyag para sa seguridad ng lahat. Antabayanan lamang po natin ang karagdagang anunsyo ng Joint Task Force Ranao patungkol sa muling pagbubukas ng MAA sa publiko. Para sa bayan, Sweet Lukman, Philippine Information Agency.
Authorities raided a suspected drug den operating inside a high-end bar in Makati early Saturday morning. Police seized an estimated 1.6 million pesos worth of party drugs in a buy-bust operation. Police recovered sachets of cocaine, capsules and tablets of ecstasy and other drugs and drug-related paraphernalia, as well as an unregistered firearm and marked money. Suspected drug users were also caught in the act on its third floor of the same establishment. Some 50 foreigners and over 60 Filipinos, including bar employees, were taken in for profiling. Meanwhile, police are waiting for a search warrant to open a vault suspected of containing a cache of cocaine. The Business Permit Licensing Office is also looking into the establishment's business licenses and permits. 3 persons were arrested in separate buy-bust operations that capped a week-long campaign by the Bacolod City Police. The 3 yielded some 240,000 pesos worth of suspected shabu at the Mount Carmel village on Saturday night. Anti-drug operatives seized 4 big sachets and 7 small sachets of suspected shabu weighing around 20 grams from 3 suspects who are now in police custody. On Thursday night, newly identified drug personality Errol Guimarangan Jr. was arrested with over 5 million pesos worth of shabu in Barangay Singkang Airport. Operatives previously seized about 1 million pesos in shabu, 4 other high-value personalities in the same area. From August 1 to 8, the Bacolod Police seized a total of 3.77 million pesos worth of shabu in various operations. Jordan Clarkson will not be playing for Gilas Pilipinas in the Asian Games. The Cleveland Cavaliers guard had not received official permission from the NBA to suit up for Gilas in Jakarta, Indonesia, despite getting the go signal from his club and the Indonesia Asian Games Organizing Committee. NBA spokesman Tim Frank says the Asian is not included in the games sanctioned by the league for participation. However, Frank clarified that Clarkson can suit up for Gilas in the 4th window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. With Clarkson gone, Gilas head coach Yeng Guiao says he will likely bring in Don Trolano to complete his lineup in case this is allowed. With the weather slowly improving, tourists may take the chance to explore Manila in a more interactive and exciting way. The Department of Tourism incorporates the LRT in its latest campaign to rediscover Manila, as Maricor Zapata reports.
Foreign and local tourists alike may now rediscover old and new must-see places in Metro Manila through the joint Manila Tourism Campaign of the Department of Tourism and Light Rail Manila Corporation, dubbed Ikot Manila. Ikot Manila features an updated list of sites and thematic tours for everyone. For do-it-yourself or unguided tours, tourists can choose from over 70 must-see places near the LRT-1's 20 stations. Those inspired to go on a religious trip may alight at the Baclaran station or at the Carriedo station, a few meters away from the Quiapo Church. The Masjid al-Dahab, commonly known as the Golden Mosque, is also located some steps away from Quiapo Church. The campaign was formally launched on Saturday with DOT Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat and LRT-1 operator, Light Rail Manila Corporation President and CEO Juan Alfonso signing a memorandum of agreement for the project. Puyat is optimistic that the campaign will be a hit with all ages who want to see Manila in a different light. Alfonso, for his part, said the initiative recognizes the role LRT-1 plays in promoting tourism in Manila as well as the city's sustainable growth. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Maricor Zapata.
Let's now check out the weather forecast for Metro Manila and the rest of the country. Here's another look at today's top stories. President Rodrigo Duterte fires at least 20 high-ranking officials and employees of the AFP Health Service Command over alleged corruption. Massive floods and landslides caused by monsoon rains are reported in several provinces in Luzon. The Department of Tourism sets the definite reopening of Boracay on October 26. And Jordan Clarkson fails to get the nod to play for Gilas Pilipinas in the Asian Games in Indonesia. Thank you for watching another edition of the PNA Newsroom. To check out these and other stories, visit the PNA website or follow the Philippine News Agency on Facebook and Twitter. For more stories about the government and how it serves the Filipinos, look for these hashtags in all of our social media platforms and websites. And that's your daily dose of the latest news and information that you need to know. From the PNA Newsroom, I'm William Theo. Good day.